Hi guys, just gonna video before it gets dark. Dog walk. This probably, actually no, I was gonna say this is gonna be my last dog walk because we fly tomorrow, but 99% sure I'm gonna take Molly up tomorrow definitely before we go. A few little updates from my last video. Still sick, most definitely. Not as bad as I was in yesterday's video last night. Oh my god, that was rough. But didn't get to go to the gym today. My boyfriend had a little, not rant, but like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try and go to the gym. He was like, why? Like, you're so stupid. I was like, why? And he was like, he did the whole scientific breakdown of how your cells are trying to heal your body from an illness, and you go to the gym and just break down more cells that they're gonna need to repair. It just makes it worse. And I was like, but maybe he's right. So at least I'm getting those steps in. That's it. Like, before I would have freaked out if I didn't go to the gym. I'm gonna try and go tomorrow morning anyway. It's not like it's gonna be off plan, but anything like this would have freaked me out. Just taking a bit more rest than usual. So this is, like, for me, a lot of progress, and I've spoken about it quite a bit. God, look at me in this big coat. It's not mine, it's my boyfriend's. We drove down to his house today. We saw his friend, we saw my nan on the way. We're just seeing quite a few people before we go. We're going out for dinner with his family tonight. And yeah, then off to South Africa. I am so excited, as I have said. Let's turn around here. Anyways, what I actually wanted to talk about today, I don't really know how to piece this together, but first of all, look at this, these clubs are even so big for me. First of all, I did start the second book on Buddhism, because I just finished the first one and I was like, I might take a break and read something else, but I started it and I'm happy I did, because I'm in the right frame of mind for it. So I was reading that, like, the whole car journey, and I'm really enjoying it. And a bit that stuck with me was when he was talking about, he's talking about oneness and how we're all one, and like it's energy and everyone kind of singles themselves out, but we're a product of absolutely everything. And an interesting part, I mean, I know this already, but it was just interesting to read it, especially after what happened this morning, which I'll get onto. He was like, we are our parents as well. So when we find ourselves getting angry at our parents, we're actually getting angry with ourselves. And I found that really interesting, because this morning when I was about to leave, my mum went in my room and she was like, just nagging me a little bit about the fact that there was still a jumper out on the chair, and like, it wasn't messy because I'm not messy, but bits and bobs just not exactly like put away. And I went downstairs and I was like to Ted, oh, she's stressing me out. And then when I read that, I realised I literally do that to Ted. Like, it's so true. Like, we are our parents. We carry so many traits from our parents. And it's just interesting to look at it like that. Instead of getting mad with my mum for nagging me about it, really, it's a reflection of myself. And Ted does it with me as well. Sometimes he does things and says things that maybe his parents would have done or said to him that he picks up on, but he didn't necessarily like. I don't know, it's just interesting, isn't it? And then I was having a conversation with my boyfriend maybe yesterday, and a memory that I kind of completely forgot about, a traumatic memory from like year 7, so when I was young, got brought up, and I kind of remembered it, and my body like kind of shut down a bit, and I was kind of pissed off that it got, I mean, he didn't know about it, and I don't even think basically I said it, and I think he thought I was joking, to be honest, so we didn't really talk about it much more. But like, it actually really triggered me, and I didn't really realise, and it's because I've never processed it before. And I just thought it's so interesting. A podcast, the Inflow podcast that I was listening to right now, I'm listening to an episode on trauma, and it's like a common, obviously, way to deal with things is to just completely block it out and pretend it never happened. That's just a coping mechanism, and it's so interesting that I've been doing that since I was like 12 or 13, probably younger. And then it led me to the thought that, wow, every single thing that we experience has led us to this exact moment today. I feel like we're too harsh on ourselves sometimes. Like, we expect, well, I'm talking most people, expect so highly of themselves and of other people to just perform to your best, but we're such complicated creatures. I mean, so simple but so complicated, if that makes sense. And it is fascinating. Like, I was thinking about, I mentioned this before, a best friend that I used to have, who we were like touch tight, came as a pair, and I was remembering like how I would spend every single day at her house, like school days, sleep around there on school days, weekends, all my time with her. That was my life, and now I couldn't be like so distant from it if I tried. I can't even remember like barely anything about it, and it's crazy. That was my life. I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, because it's not making much sense, but a few realizations today that are kind of just, I'm kind of like, wow. I think that's why when people get into like therapies and handling traumas and like all of this, it all goes back to childhood. But think about how complex your childhood was anyway, and how little you remember of it. Like, when I think about it, my mouth is going numb from the cold again. Which means I can't talk properly. I only remember what we've got like photographs of and videos of. I don't remember pretty much. Like, none of the memories feel like authentic, real memories. And even if they are, they're probably so distorted, like through over time. I'm pretty sure there must be so many things that happen to us as children that we've just completely blocked out. Whether that's as a coping mechanism or whether that's just because of how long ago it was. And think about elderly people. Think about your parents. Like, Jesus. There's just so much to everybody. And that's why people are so fascinating as well. And sometimes I feel like I go through phases when I'm like solo traveling. I'm really in this phase of just talking. I love to talk. And I feel like I don't do that much anymore with people. And I've been saying it to my boyfriend. I just want to talk more. Just talk shit about stuff. Like, I used to love talking about philosophy and life and conspiracies and like what ifs and like what's your favourite this and anything. I just love to learn about other people and about myself. Maybe it's a selfish way sometimes, but yeah, I don't know like genuinely what I'm going to call this video. I have no clue. Maybe just another dog walk because it doesn't really make too much sense. Okay, goodbye.